Brad joins me on the stage just to close us out. And that is the lovely Allyson Hewitt. And she is just going to offer us some reflections from her time here over the past few days. So please join me in welcoming Allyson to the stage.
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, see things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own head. Yeah, I can love me better than.
Well, female empowerment for a room full of lots of women, so thank you all very much. So my name is Allyson Hewitt, as you heard. I used to work at the Mars Discovery District here in Toronto, and we had a sign when you walked into Mars that said, "You can do hard things." So not only am I really looking forward to doing a summary of a ton of content, I decided to do it as a poem. Okay, so bear with me. Thank you, Brad, for the chance to offer these reflections. And before we head off in all kinds of directions, I want to acknowledge your vision in bringing us together. When we're not alone, there are many storms we can weather. Brad started yesterday with a focus on purpose, partnerships, and J's. And we got ready to listen, to learn, to be amazed. And Claire discussed how important it is to stop and appreciate, to pause, to reflect, to connect, and to celebrate. The quality of our attention matters, she said, resulting in trust and motivation to get us ahead. Coro took us on a journey from CSR to SPI with clarity on the levers to use and apply. Don't forget to sign the call to purpose, to sign the purpose call to action. Without your help, we can't gain the needed traction. And what a wonderful announcement of Peter's award to honor the path he laid so we can go forward. From CFL to HGTV, Sebastian pivoted due to a busted knee, and working at Meridian for Sarah Say So with her vision as straight as an arrow. Their impact has been impressive with very clear stats. They are calling on other companies to be copycats. While perfect progress isn't possible and purpose without profit isn't doable, we were reminded that purpose is important to those seeking a job. This motivation and hybrid work makes their heart throb. To keep purpose going after a leadership change, be sure that purpose isn't open to exchange. RBC is stepping up to build nonprofit capacity, something they're doing with bold audacity. While missing capacity and collective impact, we can do better, and that's simply a fact. Consider shared services, because mission is not enough. Demonstrating impact remains incredibly tough. The job of an executive director is so hard to do, but you'll miss the sector when it's not there for you. Sonia talked about the confidence gap. We're doing so much, and yet it's not good enough. So what can we do to address the mirage of alignment? Well, it seems that is our assignment. We need to measure, align, and then communicate, to innovate and adapt to make that great. While we now understand what is meant by conservation impact bond, this session was also about partnerships gone right and gone wrong. By convening across sectors to get something new, philanthropy, investors, and 2IC worldview. So what did they learn? Everything takes time. Understanding success is a big uphill climb. Trust the process and be open to learn. Embrace the mess, put up with the churn. Green Shield cares about youth mental health, and as their budget grows, as they make more wealth, with partners on board like jack.org, they're helping people find their way out of the fog. creating an ecosystem on digital youth mental health with partners who work holistically, clearly not stealth. Connor spoke about greenwashing in Bill C-59. Conduct due diligence and you'll be just fine. As long as you can substantiate your claim, you can avoid being held to public shame. So pick your partners with consideration and care, because for meeting these requirements, we're just not quite there. And thanks to Dell for closing out day one with a focus on hope while there's so much to be done. Although the feelings of fear and grief dominate, we have to act now. There's no time to wait. The answer's in stories and culture. We know what to do. Start with hope, add some wonder. We'll get that in there too. Innovation as a protest is a call that did inspire, and Canada can be the country for the world to aspire. Okay, that's just day one. Are you still with me? Yeah? Okay, so this was in real time, so here we go. It's the problem you should love. The solutions will change from above. While for some, the time on shores has continued to drop, for others, this work continues nonstop. Understand the issue, research and prototype, build on personal inspirations like a salad spinner type. Partnership is always the answer to what you want to do. Impact one, impact billions. You can change our worldview. With incredible energy and some to spare, Bruce talked about debt with non-judgment and care. While debt seems like the problem, the symptom is it. Understand the context and where it does fit. Using a well-being framework and behavioral insight to talk to sponsors and co-create a future that's bright. PayPal and Plan are bringing generosity to scale. With hundreds of millions raised, they are well on a trail to meet donors online, because that's where they're at. Make it easy to donate with a click. It's as simple as that. So corporations are advised to do what you do best, to support charities and let them do the rest. And from the golden era of partnerships, a time not that long ago, but a backlash emerged that required us to build before we grow. From brand lift to power shift, systems change is now on our list. There are 5 rules that go something like this. Relevance, not reputation, is something not to miss. Build the infrastructure, own the solution. They should all be part of our evolution. Purpose as strategy. Step into your power. Now is not the time to cower. AI for good, there's so much to learn. Where's it all going? The answers we yearn. But awareness is growing every day, and here are the takeaways that came our way. Governance and literacy are what you must do, then experiment to carry us through. From agentic to interpretive to auto-intellict that creates its own goals, we need to hope and to plan to focus on our human roles. What happens when you enable a space to be creative and free? Impact storytelling, told with purpose and glee. There's a focus on heroes, but we don't need to be saved. Systems work for all. That's the world that we crave. Bear witness and please participate. That's the way to control our fate. The awards were exciting, so much to celebrate, and congrats to all, especially the winners. Their impact is great. Coast Capital in particular, with the winners. I messed this up, sorry. The awards were exciting and so much to celebrate, and congrats to all, especially the winners. Their impact is great. Coast Capital in particular are wonderful. Maureen Young, and I know her influence has only begun. Phil, the master communicator, has such great advice to give. Change the conversation is how we have to live. What's the benefit to me? The community comes next. Are there ways for me to write fewer checks? And DEI is not dead. The data says it's not so. So question the narrative and what you might know. Create space to talk over a beer. What a great way to get over our fear. Use of humor can be used to change the norm. Start by getting their attention, the new narrative form. It's both what you say and how you say it. It's time for courage and how to expose it. And Brad talks about failures from charity and biz. There's so much to learn from this partnership whiz. He calls it like he's seen it and tells us to focus on what makes us different and respect what's true. But don't share too much. Start small and then build until your assets can be seen and ultimately fulfilled. Value your worth and what you have to bring. Beg, borrow, and steal from those there, and then you can spring. So what's the role of business in society? Well, that conversation wasn't petty. With sobering stats, Mike kicked us off, but we hold on to hope as we believe in our cause. Backlash doesn't tell us the full story. It's clear to all of us there's still room for glory. It's purpose beyond marketing at the core of what you do. Substance is important, but that you all knew. Remember, the business case is sound, but that's not enough. You need to be holistic, and that's something tough. Optimize your positive contribution. Don't just mitigate the bad. You'll attract top talent, and long-term success can be had. Business can be a unifying force. Together, maybe, we can get on the right course. So with full hearts and inspirations that simply overflow, I leave you with this, and please join me because they need our help. Go, Jays, go! Thank you.
Wow, I can definitely not top that. I can't think of a better person on the planet to do what you just did. Just a wonderful reflection. So now, 4 to 5 pounds heavier than yesterday, it's my job to bring us to a close and some final words, brief words, as we head into the afternoon. Yesterday I said this event was all about gratitude. Life is about gratitude. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors, RBC, our presenting sponsor, Coast Capital, Your Cause from Blackbaud, KPMG, Home Depot Canada, Green Shield, Benevity, Macmillan Vantage. Thank you to our sector partners, our conference partners, and especially our founding partner, the Canadian Purpose Economy Project. To our founding members, thank you. To the businesses in the room who are not members, we want you to become part of this community, to join this movement, and to lead by example. To our award winners, over the next month on our website and in other post-media publications, we will feature great stories about our winners, and we want to share all of that with you. We couldn't be more excited. Thank you, a huge thank you to our events team, led by Charm Simon, Julie Krupe, and Shelley Townend. They do everything behind the scenes. To our volunteers, Erica Stone and Christina Salvaggio, who's been a volunteer for many years and a friend, and Mina Chang, my wife, my heart goes out to you. She's a teacher. She's also become the de facto catering and floral manager of this event. She's responsible for each and every delicious morsel over the past 2 days. And as a reminder, all of the unconsumed food makes its way to community partners, courtesy of B1 to Give. And with respect to the paintings that we did yesterday, you've seen them out in the hall, and the bouquets, they are going to be donated to a seniors residence in Toronto, so we're really happy about that. Thank you. She also arranged for that. And to the Greater Purpose team, Claire and Kadisha. Claire, thank you for leading us through these 2 days. Words can truly not express my thanks to both of you. Our team is small, but we are mighty. Thank you to the amazing AV team here at the Carlew for this amazing, incredible, historic venue. My mother came here to watch movies as a girl in the 1940s, and this is just an incredibly memorable venue, and we're so happy to have been here. On your tables, you will see a QR code with the conference survey. We really encourage you to fill it out. Courtesy of our conference partner, Unwrap It. By completing the survey, you will receive a small but meaningful incentive. So we really hope that you take the time. We really value your feedback. We actually read it, we incorporate it, and we change our event every year based on your feedback. So when you think about conferences, they're kind of a strange beast, right? You know, they take you out of your office for a couple of days, for 2 days of different. 2 days to have a blast and drink a beer or two, to pull out an idea or two that might change your career or even your life for the better. But at the end of the day, conferences are just that. They are an oasis. They can bring life and fun and learning, but they also have limitations. Our conference is not a standalone event. It is part of a broader movement designed to shape the next generation of business. To the charities in the room, it is our position that companies need you to live up to their purpose, and you are a vital and critical part of this event, and I hope that you feel that way and that you feel welcome. I believe we are creating a movement that can help companies rethink their place in the world, to recognize that profit and purpose are symbiotic, not contradictory, and that working with charity should be a focus, not an afterthought. Working together, as Claire said yesterday, as a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens, we can change Canada, maybe even the world. This will be the first of many, hopefully countless, Greater Purpose conferences. We will continue to find other ways to come together, both in person and in the virtual world, to achieve this dream. But finally, to all of you, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. We could not appreciate it any more, and we will see you next year. Have a great night, and go Jays, go. You got this.